Alright, I'm gonna do a chapter review for Black Clover, chapter 334, titled Fragile Soul. So we start off with an explanation of Asa Double Union, saying Asa Double Union can erase even large spells and magic battles is overwhelmingly powerful, of course. However, he can only hold it for 5 minutes, so Asa decided to compensate for that by using Double Union on just one part of himself. This focus the discharge of anti-magic and extends it to 10 minutes. Instead of converting entirely, it's concentrated on one point, denser, stronger. So that's pretty smart of Asta. So like whenever he goes double union, he doesn't transform his whole body. He just transforms one part of his body. So that way he can extend his double union time up to 10 minutes. But it's crazy how like a whole year and what 3 months or 2 months that he can only do this extent of double union. Like he still has a 5 minute timer on it, even with going all out after a whole year. So that's pretty interesting. But after that we have also starting off the attack by trying to strike Lucius. Lucius dodging it by teleporting. Excuse me. Asa chases after Lucius and telling Lily to get out of here, please, because she's in a very dangerous spot since Lucius is there and he has time magic and gravity magic and his own innate magic. Excuse me. And so we get an explanation of Lucius and his time magic, saying spells that manipulate time are invincible. Nothing in the natural world can defy them. However, anti-magic can be the natural enemy of that invincible magic. And so we just see Lucius just throwing out the time spirits at Asta, trying to stop him. Asta completely destroying them with his demon slasher katana, and then using his demon destroyer for the last one, completely annihilating the time spell. But we see the destruction of the time spell because Lucius dragged one of his time spears across the building, like completely erasing it, almost like Langer's spatial magic. And due to the cause of the time sphere, we see a couple of residents from the spatial, not spatial, from the Clover Kingdom, witnessing the attack, and also tell them to run for it. And if it also was telling the Clover Kingdoms, to go somewhere safe, Lucius teleported behind him to tap him on the head. And Lucius saying, "You two are really a nuisance." And then after that, also tried to strike him again, but Lucius dodged out the way. And then Lucius says to himself, saying, "No change, even if I touch him. I knew it." And then he then says after that, only physical attacks work on anti magic. And then Lucius tried to strike Asta. Asta dodges out the way. And we see Lucius' punch has nearly blown off the whole roof of the building that he was trying to hit Asta. Then Asa reminds himself that why is he this good at hand-to-hand combat? He's like that guy, the Devil King, Lucifero. And then Asa saying, except we're stronger than we were back then. So it seemed like Asa he got in close to Lucifero to shove him off. And then after he pushes Lucifero away to gain some distance, he swapped his Demon Slasher's katana with his Demon Dweller sword. Swings a slash. Lucius teleports to dodge the slash, but then also used Demon Destroyer to stop him from teleporting, and then use his Demon Dueler Sword to slash him again. And I'm assuming it connects because he says that this will work. So we have Asa assuring himself, saying it doesn't work because with the combination of all his swords, he was able to finally get a strike in at Lucifero. And Lucifer is saying, I expect no less of you. Your strength threatens world peace. However, as long as I'm here, it won't happen. And we see Lucifero is transforming. Excuse me. So we see Luciferus transforming just like what his siblings would do with their double transformation, but this one's a bit different. Luciferus says, "While I was born into a family of devil hosts, I learned magic that can purify devil power and grant sacred power to humans." And then he's saying that this is humanity's true form, and he took on a very angelic form of his new with this new combination of power. And we have also saying, what is that key? It's not human or devil. Excuse me. Basically, kind of confirming that he might be an angel, because also saying that it's not human or devil. So we'll have to see later on in the future chapters, but it might possibly be an angel. And then while Asa was in awe of his new transformation and new mysterious key, Lucius teleports, and Asa saying, "I'll predict his teleportation." So Asa was ready to find out where he was going to teleport, but when he looks behind him, he see Sister Lily is held hostage by Lucifero. And then Lucius finally gets us the confirmation of his magic, saying that my magic is soul magic. It transforms the soul of anyone I touch. The soul is the source of human life, spirit, and magic. Also, trying to give him the small talk, saying, "What are you trying to pull?" Because in his head, he's trying to devise a plan. Because he says to himself, "Demon Dweller will cut Sister Lily too, and I can't draw Demon Slasher in time." Excuse me. And then Lucius is about to give us an example of Lucius' form of a perfect human, saying, "Let me show you a human who is truly happy." Also trying to plead to Lucius, saying, "Don't." Then we see Lucius tap Sister Lily, and Sister Lily transform into a angelic figure, saying, "Asta, it's for the sake of world peace, please die." Also, surprised by the words that Sister Lily says, gets caught gets caught off guard, and then gets attacked by Lucius, which is his bare hands. And Lucius saying, "With a fragile soul, you'll never defeat me that way. Goodbye, flawed world." With Asa falling to the ground, with his chest cut wide open. So with this chapter for me, there was I think it was a really good chapter. I give this like a 9 out of 10. I mean, it had a good fight. It gave us some info on Lucifero's magic, and it gave us something new, a new concept, which is I guess like the new race. Uh, Presumably, from what it seems like, this seems to be the angel race, but we'll have to wait and see. Cause like I don't know, like from the way Lucius explained it, by using the devil's power, he was able to transform, I guess, into like a demon or a devil, but using sacred what was it he said using sacred power, he was able to purify it and become almost like an angel. I don't know if this is an angel or this is like an artificial angel, because I find it crazy to believe that Lucius can just like become a real angel, you know from just using magic. Like I don't know, like I would think an angel can only be created, from God, but we'll have to see, because devils are fallen angels, so purifying a devil would just make it into an angel. But like Lucius wasn't born a devil or an angel; he was just born a human. He can transform into a devil. We know that through the examples of Xenon. But becoming an angel, that's a whole new thing that we haven't seen yet. So I like that part. That is pretty cool. I also like the part of showing off Asta new techniques. Him him partially using double union on one part of his body. That was pretty cool. Him uh utilizing more of his other swords, the Demon Dweller, Demon Slasher, and the Demon Destroyer. That was a pretty cool combo that he was doing, trying to get Lucius. And seeing Lucius' ideology, it's like we see that Lucius really do like to antagonize Asta a lot. mostly because of his source of power, which is anti magic. Because like we get a couple of words saying from Lucius saying, as long as I'm here, it won't happen. Your strength threatens the world peace. Kind of antagonizing Asa, like he's the problem, like he's the villain of the world. Knowing full well that Asa is a hero, but whatever. And we also see in the beginning that Lucius tries to transform Asa by touching him, but nothing happened. In which I'm assuming it's because of anti magic, but it could be something else. I'm not exactly sure. Because Lucius did say that Asa is the flaw of the world, the only flaw, which is interesting. The next thing I want to talk about is Lucius' innate magic, soul magic. A lot of fans have been guessing that it could be soul magic, due to the pattern of the other siblings. Dante has body magic, Vonica blood magic, bone magic. It only makes sense to him have some sort of, a spiritual magic. That's pretty cool. Like all siblings together kind of makes a body. But it says here that Lucius is like he's is able to transform anyone with just his soul magic. Like I don't know if he's true what he's saying. Like with just his soul magic, he can transform anyone. Cause like I don't know, cause like I thought he would need his other siblings' magic to completely transform someone, or maybe he's just waiting on the Undying Body's plan for that. I don't know, cause it seemed like he only transformed Sister Lily with just his soul magic, which would be crazy. Yeah, that's kind of give him abilities like Mahito from JJK, but like on a bigger scale. Cause like he can like completely transform someone's structure and transform to like their race. Or I guess not, because he says it's still a human, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see, get a confirmation if this really is an angel or just a souped up human. But yeah, that's a pretty good concept of what Lucius was saying about what a true perfect human is, and his form is pretty interesting too. Really do make it look like an angelic, uh, benevolent figure. But we'll have to see. After Lucius strikes Asta, I'm really thinking if Asta is really dead or not. You would think Lucius, him preaching about him trying to protect the world from Asta, you would think he would make sure that Asta is dead. But I don't know if an attack like that, would really just kill him. Like if he really wanted to kill Asta, I don't know, like cut his head off or something, that would be a pretty sure confirmation of his death. But you know how villains are typically. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, as for my predictions, I hope that in the next chapter we get to see Yami. Like maybe Yami pulls up, realize that he can't stop Lucius, so he probably try to leave the Clover Kingdom. I mean, we do see in the anime and in the manga that he has a boat. I don't know, maybe he takes Asta and some other people become refugees, and maybe they try to find a way back. Like maybe Yami take some people and try to go to Yami's homeland. Like that would be cool to Tabata try to squeeze that in if we actually do get Yami's homeland arc. Like, after Lucius starts converting people, Yami try to take people and leave, and they go to the land of the sun, and maybe he prepares an army over there. I don't know. I'm just dreaming that that could happen. Most likely not. It'll be cool if it would though. But another interesting part was seeing Lily being transformed into an angel, because seeing how her whole demeanor changed, it seemed like she's just like just a minion, a mindless, tool. Because like her whole like character changed, because she went from loving Asta and caring for him into saying, you know, her first words after her new form saying, "It's for the sake of world peace, please die." Like that's not something that Sister Lily would say right off the bat. You know, it really do seem like that Lucius just changed her whole ideology and everything. Like, I'm fine with it. I just wish that like I don't know. I guess like maybe they would have showed like the process. Like I would have liked it if it was like after Lucius transformed her, like she's seen the light. Like maybe Lucius has showed her the future, how the world would be, and then she comes to the conclusion that it would be better for Asa to die. But at this panel, it just seemed like that she was just brainwashed. But it's cool to me either way. I just like how we're getting a new race being introduced, and I can't wait till we see more characters turn or more new characters. Can't forget about Drama. Can't forget about Mars and the Diamond Kingdom measures that we haven't seen yet. So yeah, I just can't wait for the next chapter. Hopefully we get some new characters, and hopefully Tabata keeps the heat up. Yeah, that's it.